Speed, incredible stats, and the only two perks that matter on an adaptive fusion. Pressurized Precision, the new Iron Banner Strand fusion rifle, has the potential to be the best fusion rifle in all of Destiny 2. It lines up close. I'm talking neck and neck with the two fusions I ranked as the #1 and #2 fusion rifles in the game, and it's really going to come down to how the perks work for you. It has one glaring hole in the perk pool, but the stats could push it over the top if you set it up right. So let's break down which ones you should look out for during Season of the Deep's Iron Banner. Pressurized Precision is our first Strand fusion rifle. First impressions, some positives and negatives right off the bat with that. For PvP, this is almost all visual stuff, but how it looks comes into play for how it feels to you. For me, I love the green charge up and the way the Strand bolts look. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, but I really like that part of it. I also like that the sight is really clean. It almost looks as if they took the sights on Techeun Force, thinned down the outline and widened it a bit. It's a really clean view. What I don't like about it, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but the disintegration effect doesn't always work. I don't know if this is a Strand thing or a game's connection thing, but frequently the target I eliminated would not disintegrate right away, which is usually the indication that I eliminated them regardless of game lag. With this Strand fusion, sometimes I would be sure I got the elimination and their body would fly away, but there was no green disintegration effect. Really odd stuff, but I did a lot of the first impressions in Iron Banner, which was a little laggy for me regardless. So I hope that's all that's going on here because it was throwing me off a lot. First impressions of the effectiveness of the fusion, I think it's going to be really strong, but I also think you're going to have the right perk combo on it. This isn't anything new for adaptive fusion rifles though. Burden of Guilt, Techeun Force, and Royal Executioner all require some juice to get rolling with them. Fortunately for us, you can pick up Pressurized Precision right at rank 4, which will only take a few games. Then once you do that, you can focus them and they'll drop post-match as well. In my few games I played today, it seemed like they were dropping more frequently than last Iron Banner's loot too, which is really exciting because focusing can be expensive. Pressurized Precision is an adaptive frame fusion rifle, so it fires 7 bolts of burst and requires 5 bolts out of the 7 to eliminate Guardians up to 6 Resil, and 6 bolts for Guardians 7 Resil and above. This can feel inconsistent to some, but there are some tricks to make it consistent at the short and long range. Okay, just look at the perks on this thing. As I said originally, some big hitters. For PvP, in the 4th column, we've got the essentials like high impact reserves and rangefinder, along with the bonus of Eye of the Storm. Then in the 3rd column, we've got all the fusion add-ons with firmly planted moving target, encore, perpetual motion, and discord. For PvE, you've got auto-loading holster in the 3rd column and high-impact reserves, Vorpal, and hatchling in the last column. Personally, I feel like Techeun Force is going to have much better PvE options, but if you don't step foot in raids, one of these PvE roles with auto-loading might appeal to you. I promise you I'll come back to Techeun Force in a crafting guide soon. I know many are waiting on that guide, but I'll be comparing Pressurized Precision to it a lot as they are the same archetype with some of the same big perk options. Plus, Pressurized Precision is just RNG drops, so we need to know what perks to keep during the event. I really do think this new Iron Banner fusion has the potential to outclass Techeun Force. Yes, even without Under Pressure. I know we're missing it here, but we're going to get to that. Bottom line, we may be able to outclass the other adaptives with just the stats. Let's check them out. Pressurized Precision is nearly the top of all adaptive fusion rifle stats across the board. Range at 40 is 1 point away from the highest range with Burden of Guilt's 41. Same with the stability, just 1 point away from Trinary System's 43 stability stat. Handling is tied for the top with Trinary and Timeline's 35. Recoil direction is a nice 55, just like Burden of Guilt, which I like the feel of despite a larger spread, but Pressurized isn't completely perfect. There is one weakness, and that's aim assist. 43 aim assist is down there with Dreambreaker and Royal Executioner. It's not as bad as something like Riptide's 31 aim assist, but I think that Dreambreaker and Royal Executioner feel pretty terrible at base, and it's my primary concern for Pressurized. But there is a saving grace in the perks. As I mentioned, we don't have Under Pressure like you can now craft on Techeun Force. Because of that, your eyes may be drawn towards Firmly Planted, Encore, and Perpetual Motion instead, but I'm going to lead you a different direction. Remember, Firmly Planted was nerfed hard on fusions. It gets only half the benefits of Firmly Planted that other weapons get, and it requires you to play a certain way. I find it ends up hurting me more than helping me if I have to rely on it, so that one's out for me. Perpetual motion could be an option if you need more handling. Personally, I feel this perk is pretty useless on fusion rifles because it gives no accuracy bonuses, and I can control the stability of my fusion myself. Handling's nice, but I'm much more concerned with accuracy. Encore is interesting. I was into it at first. Not many perks out there increase your range as you stack it up. Plus, it gives you a small accuracy bonus as you get kills as well. However, there are really good fusion perks out there for getting kills, and Encore requires precision kills to get you the quick 2 stacks. That's impossible to do with a fusion rifle, so this perk isn't going to pay off as much as it would on other weapons that can do crit damage. Along with that, the accuracy increase is really small. Air Assault is a nothing perk. Don't use fusions in the air, please. People are going to come at me for this, but y'all, you're just going to get yourself killed. Finally, we've got auto-loading for PvE, our one PvE perk here. What I'm really interested in is Moving Target and the new Discord perk. Moving Target is an automatic plus 10 aim assist when aiming down sights, and it gives you a slightly faster strafe speed while ADSing. That extra 10 aim assist is not available on Pressurized Precision's competition, Burden of Guilt, or Techeun Force, and it bumps the Iron Banner fusion just above Burden of Guilt and 9 aim assist over Techeun Force. That's a pretty big jump, and I'm betting it will change the way this fusion feels in a big way once you stack on all your targeting mods, just like you would to get Burden of Guilt to rock. The new perk Discord is fascinating as it basically gives you an enhanced snapshot and an accuracy boost when activated. It's activated just like Harmony and operates just like it too. Get a kill with another weapon. And then this one has Discord stowed for 3 seconds, and once you pull out your weapon, it will have Discord active for 7 seconds. I really like that Discord has a timer shown for how long it's active. It's been a big frustration of mine not to know how long perks like Cascade Point, Harmony, and Golden Tricorn are active for, and bravo Bungie for starting to implement timers on the screen a bit more. Now, we know the snapshot fill will be a 0.75 times multiplier on your ADS animation speed, but what we don't know is how much accuracy we're going to get from Discord. Destiny community scientists and myself are working hard to figure it out, but I am hopeful it's going to be really strong. Just look how amazing Cascade Point and Offhand Strike have been for TTK and accuracy boost. Bungie has definitely shown they're willing to make some big kill perks lately. Okay, fourth column, huge hitters for PvE and PvP. For PvE, High Impact Reserves, Vorpal, and Hatchling all sound great. High Impact Reserves will probably be the play, but as I said, this will be outclassed by Techeun Force due to the better third column perks. But Pressurized is here if you don't do raids. For PvP, y'all, we did it. Rangefinder on another adaptive fusion. If you're super concerned about the zoom nerf coming, just slow down a bit. Yes, it will affect damage falloff, but as I've talked about in my Rangefinder Explained for Fusions video, it does so much more than damage drop off. You will still get extra stability, accuracy, and aim assist falloff distance, and it will still be a banger perk. Do not sleep on it. Fusion rifle players are eating this season with a crafted Rangefinder Techeun and this Rangefinder Iron Banner fusion, the only 2 Rangefinder adaptive fusion rifles in the game. Who knows how the other scope fusions will operate after the zoom nerf, but even right now, a Techeun or Pressurized Precision with Rangefinder will 1 burst further than a 21 zoom timeline's Vertex. So, like I said, do not sleep. We've also got High Impact Reserves for PvP, which will fix the bolt to kill inconsistencies if you're concerned about that part. Very good perk on fusion rifles, and very good perk on this adaptive archetype in particular. Then we've also got Eye of the Storm, another very interesting accuracy perk that pairs great with a weapon that has charge time. You're frequently getting shot at while charging a fusion, and so Eye of the Storm can activate mid-charge and connect those bolts for you by the time you fire. Great perk that isn't thought about much on fusions. Forget about Iron Gaze, the range drop is not worth it, and Cornered is only good for one thing, telling you that you messed up. It's a training perk. Thank you, Eden, in the Discord for pointing that out. That's a hilarious tip for what the perk can actually be used for, because you don't want to rely on this perk. Skulking Wolf, the Iron Banner intrinsic trait, is also here and is a huge bonus to the weapon. 10 seconds for staying off radar if you get a kill while under 63 HP, that is pretty legit, and should definitely be a factor when weighing this fusion versus the others you have to choose from. Now, what are the god rolls you want for Pressurized Precision? For PvE, I'm absolutely going auto-loading holster and High Impact Reserves. Vorpal is an option as well, it's just not as strong as High Impact Reserves will be for you. Hatchling's also there, but I can't see how you'd want Hatchling over using it on a primary weapon. As you need multiple kills to proc it on a non-precision weapon, it suffers just like Encore does with fusions not being able to precision kill. I'd finish it out with some handling and charge time. You'll be doing less damage per shot, but you'll put out more overall damage faster if you are in a damage phase. So charge time, masterwork, and accelerated coils, then fluted barrel for the handling. Okay, PvP. While it's outclassed in PvE, PvP has the potential to be the god roll fusion of Destiny 2. It really depends on if we can make this fusion work without under pressure. Going off my experience from Burden of Guilt and the crafted Techeun Force I've been working on, I'm absolutely speccing this Iron Banner fusion out with all range. If you're a mouse and keyboard player, you may want some more stability, but I'm personally not concerned about that at all for controller players with reticle friction. I'm looking to push speed, range, accuracy, and aim assist as far as I can with this fusion. Full bore and projection fuse. You could go extended barrel to get your recoil direction to a nice 65, but after playing around with this a ton on Techeun and Burden of Guilt, I'm looking to push the range with full bore. It is just so good working with all the aim assist, working with all that range. For the masterwork, I'm going to surprise a few people here. I'm going with a charge time masterwork. Two things here. One, if you run high impact reserves, it makes up for a lot of your loss and damage from the charge time masterwork. Not all of it, but most of it. Then two, I use fusions at their furthest range. I don't like playing in shotgun range, and so I'm usually experiencing some damage fall off. Enough to where I need 6 bolts to eliminate my target no matter what resilience they are running anyways. So a charge time masterwork is not going to hurt. And I just love the 620 speed. It is my ideal fusion charge rate. I simply must have it. I recognize that as with all things Destiny, this is a personal preference. Moving target is a no-brainer for me in the third column. Bumping that aim assist up to 53 without any targeting mod puts it right up there with the best, while maintaining a stat spread that is also above every other adaptive fusion. I'm keeping an eye out for the Discord perk as well. I think it has the potential to be really hot, but it needs a kill to activate, and we don't know that much about the perk yet. Moving target will be active at all times when you ADS. Final column is tough. High impact reserves will feel like a must for many, but I'm telling y'all, rangefinder is where it is at. It's where it's been at, and it's where it's going to continue to be at. I believe that on top of the best adaptive stat fusion available, rangefinder could make Pressurized Precision the best fusion rifle in the game. It's really going to come down to whether or not we can master controlling the bolt recoil. Even after the zoom nerf, rangefinder will give stability, accuracy, and increase your aim assist fall off distance, so it will still continue to help you connect your shots at range. Runners up are moving target and high impact reserves, or Discord and Eye of the Storm, but my god roll for a new Iron Banner PvP fusion will be a charge time masterwork, full bore, projection fuse, moving target, and rangefinder pressurized precision. Look how it stacks up to my other god rolls once you slap a targeting mod and targeting helm mods. It stands above every other fusion in the stats, and stacked with rangefinder will one burst further than any other fusion in Destiny 2 outside of a main ingredient or Epicurean with rangefinder. Keep in mind those fusions are slower, and so compared to the other speed fusions out there, this one is very much looking to take the crown. This has been Legolas Flash, Techeun Force crafting guide on the way. Join the Discord for a preview of where my head's at with it. Until next time, GG.